Hi, I am Manoj Kumar VK, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Jodhi Engineering College, Cheruthuruthu. Today we can discuss one of the important topic, methods engineering, work system design under industrial engineering. Basically, what is the methods engineering? Analysis and design of work methods and systems, including tooling, equipment, technologies, workplace layout, plant layout, work environment, and human capital management. So everything, all these are the uh, incorporated element of the methods engineering. So all these uh, areas, we want to develop efficient methods for the particular operation. We want to take the maximum efficiency or maximum productivity. That is the ultimate objective. Then other names of methods engineering, or it includes the work study. So we want to make a detailed study about what are the different works, natural works, etc. Then work simplification. How to make in a very simplified manner we can make the or we can achieve the objectives. Next is the what are the different methods we can uh, uh, adopt for the different operations. For this, we are taking into consideration of different alternatives. From all these alternatives, we want to select a feasible one, feasible method. Then next is process re-engineering. So from product to process, from process to product, vice versa. Also, it can be analyzed what are the different stages or different operations included for a particular operation. Then a work system design. Uh, it is a system in which human participants or machines perform work that includes the process and activities using information, technology, and other resources to produce the product or services for internal or external customers. That is the work system design. Then, regarding the work study, systematic examination of the method of carrying an activity so as to improve the effective use of resources and set up the standards of performance for the activities being carried out. I already told you, if we want to take the maximum efficiency and touch with maximum productivity. The work that can be again divided into first one is the method study, then work measurement. So the work measurement we can achieve it by the time study as well as the motion study. So how much time is required for particular achieving a particular job, and also what are the different motions included. Then the work study can be again divided into method study, work measurement, and higher productivity. That is the ultimate result of this. Then method study means to simplify the job and develop more economical method of doing a work. So different methods or number of feasible methods can be used to achieve it. From these feasible results, we can use the optimum one. That is the ultimate objective of the method study. Then work measurement to determine the standard time for doing an operation. So different times incorporated the standard time, normal time, etc. That can be discussed later. Idle time, etc. That can be discussed later. So the time study means how much is the a standard time, how much it's set, then how much it is deviated from our operation. We want to strictly monitor it. Then if it is in a do in a good manner, we can definitely get a higher productivity. Then these are the benefits of work study: increase the productivity and the efficiency, then reduce the manufacturing cost, improved workplace layout, better manpower planning and capacity planning, then fair wages to employees, then working conditions, better working conditions, improved workflow, then reduced material handling cost, better industry relations and employee morale, provides better job satisfaction to employees. All these are the benefits listed for the method study. Then method study is a systematic recording of critical examination of existing and proposed way of doing work as a mean of developing and applying easier and more effective methods and reducing the cost. The main purpose is to eliminate the unnecessary operations and to achieve the best method of performing the operation. So we go for the alternatives and select from all these feasible alternatives. Select one that is the optimum one. Then these are the objectives of method study to improve the use of all inputs, all the available materials, all the available inputs can be converted into or transformed into our desired effect. Economy in human effect, then layout improvement, improvement in design and of plant and machinery, improvement in safety standards and procedures, then better working environment. Then facilitating the factors. What are the facilitating factors we want to provide? It is first high operating cost, then high wastage and scrap. These are the causes we think about the method study and work study. Excessive movement of materials and workmen, excessive production bottlenecks, excessive rejection and rework, complaints about quality, complaints about poor working condition, increasing number of accidents, then excessive use of overtime. All these factors led to the thinking about the work measurement and work study, time study, motion study. Then these are the algorithm of motion study. These are the steps. First step is the selection, then recording the things, then examine all these things. Is it okay? Then we go for the developing stage, implementation stage, and maintaining the system developed so far. If it is again fed into the select or input region, that is meant the feedback. So according to the feedback, the selection criteria we can be redesigned. So this is the algorithm for method study. Then method study, different symbols we are using. It is very familiarized with the even in the case of the example for the road safety purposes in the roads inside the plants everywhere it is indicated what is happening there, what is going on there. Then this is are called the Therblix. Therblix means it is designed by the Gilbert and vice versa. It can be read by Therblix. Then the different symbols can be used: operation, inspection, transportation, storage, delay, combined activity. All this can be displayed with the use of the symbols, Therblix. Then these are the different recording techniques we have used for the method study. Charts and diagrams. Diagrams means the flow diagram, string diagram, cycle graph, and chronocycle graph. All this can be used. Then for micro motion charts and macro motion charts. Micro motion charts means in the micro level, all this can be plotted. In macro level, it can be a myriads or group wise. We can be monitored. Operations process chart, flow process chart, two-handed process chart, multiple activities. All these are the macro motion charts. Then regarding the work measurement, is the application of technique designed to establish time for a qualified worker to carry out a task at a defined rate of working at a defined level of performance. Then it can be that is the time allowed for completing one piece of job by using prescribed method. The standard can be defined as the time taken by an average experienced worker for a job with provisions for delays beyond the worker control. So we want to calculate the average time, normal time, standard time, etc. All this can be interconnected. Then these are the objectives of work measurement. Then finding ineffective time in an activity, setting standards for output level, and performance evaluation, capacity management, comparing work methods, scheduling. Scheduling means it is the facility operations, establishing wage incentive schemes for the fixation of the wages and incentives we can use for the study. Then this is the algorithm for using for the time study. We want to calculate the different types of times: selection, obtaining and recording, defining, extending, and determining and computation. For the time study, we go for the different data observations, and we also at the same time we want to monitor the who the persons achieving that particular operations. And next is the for the different allowances we are giving: personal allowances, constant fatigue allowance, variable fatigue allowances, then relaxation allowance, normal time, then contingency allowance, policy allowance if applicable. Then these are the objectives to calculation of the normal time as well as the standard time. Then mathematically it can be calculated the normal time. It is the average time into rating performance rating factor. What is average time? Average time is the sum of the times recorded to perform each element by the number of observations. Accordingly, we can calculate the average time. So the normal time is average time into the performance time. The rating can be depends upon the different parameters. What are the different idle time? What are the different loading time? Every timings, every provisions are considered for the calculation of the rating factor. So these are the methods for the steps for the time study. Define the task, divide the task into different precise elements, decide how many times to measure the task, time and record elements, and compute the average observed time, determination of performance rating. Then add the normal times to the element to develop the total time for the task, then computers of the standard time. Then an example for the university one problem is asked for the university question paper which can substantiate with the simple problem. Problem is observed time of an operation of assembling an electricity is 1 minute. If the rating is 120% for the find the normal time. If an allowance is 10% allowed for the operation, determine the standard time. First of all, given data, observed time 1 minute, rating factor 120%. Normal time, what is the normal time? Observed time into rating factor 1.2. Allowance is 10%. Standard time, normal time plus allowances. The another method is the standard time calculation is normal time divided by 1 minus allowance factor. Directly get. Thank you.